everyone. Welcome to another edition of the StudentFyre podcast, live from the SpeakFyre studio. My name is Bobby Burke. I'm a motivational speaker for schools, and I'm here to help you live your best life today. Team, welcome back. Oh my goodness, what a week it has been. How have you been? What's going on? How are your classes going? How are your buddies doing? How's home life? Talk to me. Talk to me. I love, y'all, I want to take a step back. I love hearing from you. I've had so many people hopping in my DMs this week, and even last week too, and they've just been telling me all these great things about how they've been listening to the podcast, and they've really been focusing on what I've been saying, and they've been applying the tips and tools I've been giving you, and it's been working. Y'all, I feel so loved and so thankful to be in the position that I'm in to help so many people around the world. Yo, like seriously, the coolest thing, I was checking my analytics earlier, and there were people from 7 different countries around the globe that were getting a hold of me. Now, for those of you that are coming from other countries that aren't the US, and you're apologizing for your English not being the greatest, listen to this. I don't care. I don't care if your English is good or bad. I can decipher what you're trying to say. The fact of the matter that you took that step and you said, hey, Bobby, you've impacted me and I want to help. I want to show you that what you're doing, I want to tell you that your words have changed my perspective is insane. I am so, y'all, it amps me up so much to hear how awesome y'all are doing. So, thank you for that extended intro. Anyway, I want to talk about something. Everyone that's listening to this podcast right now, I want you at some point when you're done with this to stop and make a fist with your right hand and put it up in the air as powerfully as you can. Please don't do it in the car. Don't do it with low-hanging ceilings. Sean, if this is you, please make sure if you're in the basement, you don't hit the ceiling because you're really tall and you have long arms. By the way, if you're not listening to Sean B's podcast, Youngfire, you need to. Anyway, I was checking my analytics, and I remember when Mike Gingras, the host of Leadership Fire, he got a hold of me and he said, Bobby, I want to start a podcast. And I said, okay, start a podcast. He goes, no, you're not catching what I'm saying, man. I want to start a podcast group. I don't want to just have one podcast to influence X amount of people. I want to have an umbrella of SpeakFyre. And I want to take you, and I want to take the host of Youngfire, Sean B, and I want to take the host of Internal Fire, Aisha Thomas, and I want to take the host of Champion Fire, Neil Legend, and I want to take the host of Father's Fire, Jody Cedric. And I want all of us to influence as many people as we can as a collective. And at the time, I remember going, Mike, I don't really know if this is, I don't know, man. I've never thought about, I don't even know how to make a podcast. I don't listen to podcasts. I feel like I'm out of my element here. So what I did that night is we got off the phone and I hopped on YouTube, and for the next 4 hours, all I did was research how to make a podcast. And the coolest thing about the society we live in is you can do anything you want and learn anything you want, right? If you want to learn how to become a blacksmith, there's probably a couple hours worth of footage on YouTube. And by hours, I mean days worth, but that's irrelevant. You can really learn anything you want through the internet. In the age of information, ignorance is no longer brutal. It's a choice. See, you can learn anything you want. If you're bad at math, guess what? You can find an online tutor, or there are apps where you can put them in. You can put your problem in and it'll work it out for you and show you the steps and teach you. You don't necessarily need a teacher right in front of you anymore. What a crazy time we live in. Anyway, so Mike gives me a call the next day and he goes, okay, what are you thinking, man? I've talked to the other people. What do you think? And I said, I'm in. See, what a lot of people do nowadays is when they say I'm in, or they say okay, or they say you got it, or they say I got your back, or they say, oh, I can do this, or they say anything in the terms of I'm committing to this. A lot of times people commit when it's convenient. A lot of times people commit when they really don't feel like they have that much to lose. Oftentimes people commit when it's easy. Like, what's going to go wrong for you? I don't know. I'm just going to try it and see what happens. Well, with this, it's different. we at the SpeakFyre team made a commitment to each other that we're going to put content out every single Monday at 4 a.m. And it's been difficult sometimes. I'm not going to lie to you. One of my old training partners, Joey, got into a car accident. And y'all notice there's 1 week that I missed my upload. There's only been 1 week that I've missed in the past year. Well, fine, almost year. Side note, for SpeakFyre, we might be having a little surprise for you for our 1-year anniversary. The whole team's really geeked. We've got a lot of cool stuff planned, and stay tuned because you're really going to enjoy what we've got coming up. Anyway, sidebar over. My training partner got in a drunk driving accident, and I didn't upload that Monday because I didn't plan for that upload. I was going to record that Sunday, and I found out on Sunday that he got injured, and I was in such a dark spot. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't. Right now I need to be with my team. So I'm taking this week off, and I made a social media post about it, all this great stuff. But you know what happened the next week when I uploaded? My engagement had dropped dramatically because you know what happened? Y'all expected something from me. Those of you that are listening, you really were going, this Monday, I needed that encouragement. I needed that guidance. I needed that leadership, Bobby. And guess what? You weren't there. And I made a promise to all of you. I said, I'm never going to miss an upload again. See, the thing that's crazy about starting a business is they don't tell you. No one tells you what you're going to mess up. No one tells you how to be successful. You have to figure it out on your own. And this was a very harsh lesson that I had to learn. I had to learn that the reason I didn't upload that Monday was not because of what happened to my training partner. What happened that Monday is because I wasn't prepared. I was doing everything at the last minute. I was recording, planning, scripting, editing, all on Sunday. And these videos go live on Monday, or these podcasts go live on Monday, so what do you really think is the best plan there? Huh? It's to plan ahead. And I didn't do that, so I learned from it. And since then, I've made some crazy progress, and this podcast has grown so much, and the audience is wonderful, and you guys and girls are so empowering, and you don't even realize it. See, when I put out some content that you enjoy, and y'all hit me up and go, Bobby, I love what you do, man, that really got me through the day, that gasses me up, and I'm like, oh, let's just fan these flames, y'all. Let's go. Y'all ready to go? I'm going to be right there with you. You're having a fantastic day? Guess what? I'm going to have a phenomenal day. And guess what? We're going to grow together. You can't fake that energy. You can't fake that transfer of power. And thanks to each and every one of you listeners, I have hit the milestone that I only dreamed of. Y'all, I'll be upfront with you. I don't like social media. I don't. I hate using Instagram. For those of you that are always going, Bobby, why is your Instagram so bare, man? I know I love when you post, but you post so sporadically and it's always on a Monday. And I'm like, well, listen, guys, I don't like Instagram. I've never liked Instagram. Before I started using it, before I started speaking, I just didn't like it. Because for me, Instagram was always that platform where you could see someone that's, imagine this, somebody standing, you're scrolling through Instagram, the first picture that pops up is somebody that's at a beach. Water's crystal clear. You can see all the way to the bottom. The sand is perfectly placed. This person has this bright, beaming white smile. Hair's flowing in the wind. They're looking off to the left as though they're just having the best time of their life. And then you DM that person about that picture and you say, hey, that was a really crazy, awesome photo. How did you do it? And they tell you that it took them 95 takes just to get that shot. I don't like that. For me, I want the authentic you. I want the mess ups. I want the stutters. I want I want all of it. Why? Because that's you. See, I don't look at my life in a matter of days or a matter of weeks or a matter of years. I look at my life in the matter of moments. And for those moments to really hold some severe impact, I want it to be as authentic as possible. If you stutter, I want to hear it. If you mess up what you're going to say and you have to word fumble a little bit until you pick your words back up, I want to hear it. I love that. A lot of people have been saying, Bobby, I noticed that you've stopped editing your audio so highly to the point where it seems like everything's been clipped. And I said, well, yeah, because I didn't have just one person tell me, Bobby, it sounds a lot more authentic when you just talk to us versus when you clip everything out that sounds bad. Because you can tell. I mean, no joke. My highest watched, or the highest listened episode, the most downloaded episodes of StudentFyre are the ones where I just grab the mic and I just go. And then we do some light audio editing, but that's it. I don't clip out the big mess ups. I don't clip out anything. I just let it go. Now, I want to bring you back to this big main point that I'm talking about. And I remember when we started this podcast, I said, you know what? I don't like using social media, but I'm going to have to learn to. I'm going to have to get out of my comfort zone. There's no secret here. Everyone says, oh, here's the secret to getting out of your comfort zone. I'm going to sell you this course, or I have my program that's going to get you out of your comfort zone permanently. Listen, I'm going to break this down for you real quick. You know how to get out of your comfort zone? You take that first step out of it. Look at the edge of your comfort zone, step out to it. I want you to look at your goal, look at your dream, look at whatever it is that you really, genuinely want in this world. You are right now at the farthest point that you've been in your life, at the edge of this comfort zone. You know where the real world is? It's beyond that. Take that first step. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be comfortable. But once you take that step out, guess what you've now done? You have now taken the first step out of your comfort zone and towards your dream life. And you can do it. Now, Bobby, why are you getting all geeked up 10 minutes into this podcast? Listen here. I'm so amped about this because what I just did, let me take that back. What you just did is you made a dream for me come true. The first day that I set this podcast up, I had a goal vision board. And the first thing on that list was to break 1,000 views. Y'all, I don't know if you know how hard it is to make 1,000 people listen to what you're saying, but it's hard. It's very difficult because everyone has something to say, right? You can listen to any podcast that you want. You can listen to the Secrets to Success podcast with Eric Thomas and the ETA crew. You can listen to the Gary Vee podcast. You can listen to Tony Robbins' podcast. You can listen to Mel Robbins' podcast. You can listen to anyone else but me. And you took the time out of your day to sit down, go, oh, what's the StudentFyre? Who's this Bobby Berg dude? Huh, maybe you know me, maybe you don't. It doesn't matter. You pressed play. And not just one time. You pressed play over 1,000 times as of 4 a.m. February 24th. Over 1,000 views. You took my goal and you shattered it. And for that, I am truly, in the depths of my soul, grateful for everything that you've done. Sorry, I know this podcast went long, but listen, I am so thankful for each and every one of you. I could talk for hours about how impactful you've been on my life and the amount of value that every listener has brought me. But truthfully, at the end of the day, we're just getting started. One of the greatest things you can do for me, if you enjoy these podcasts, if you enjoy what I'm doing, whatever podcast platform you're listening to this on, be it Spreaker, be it iHeartRadio, be it Apple Podcasts, be it Spotify, be it Google Podcasts, I don't care what it is. Do me a favor, hop in the review section and leave a review. Now granted, you don't have to type a bunch, you don't have to type at all. You can just leave a 5-star, 4, 3, 2, 1, I don't care. For those of you that are leaving 5-star reviews, thank you. But why did you like it? For those of you that are leaving 1-star reviews, you even more, thank you. Why? Because you're showing me what's not working, and you're showing me that I need to grow more. And I thank you for all of that. Y'all, I hope you have a phenomenal week. I hope you have a powerful, inspired week. And I hope that you understand that you're going to change the world with your energy. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace! Whew, that was another awesome episode of the StudentFyre podcast. Thank y'all for sticking around for this long, but I got a question for you. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? See, when I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions, like how do I record an episode? How do I get my show to apps? Like, do I have to do it individually, or can I just have one place that does everything for me? And most importantly, how do I make money from my podcast? Is that even an option? Well, honestly, y'all, your answer is Anchor. Anchor is the one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, It is 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors that want to advertise on your podcast. Yes, you. That means you can get paid to make the podcast. You can get paid to podcast the right way. In fact, that's exactly what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. If you want to get in on this, if you want to make your podcast a reality and you want your success and your word to be a thing, man, you already know. Hop over to Anchor and give it a start. You won't regret it. Catch y'all in the next episode. Peace. We are SpeakFyre. Who are we? We are a collective of inspirational, motivational, life-guiding speakers here to help you make your best life available and real today. For everyone that's looking for anything and everything leadership, you have to check out my guy, Michael Gingrass, over at StudentFyre. For my youth that are coming up, for those of you that have questions that need answers, go hit up Sean B. He's the host of YoungFyre, killing the game every single Monday. For those of you that have questions that go a little deeper, for those of you that need that internal fire inside of you, not just sparked, but you need those flames fanned, go check out Aisha Thomas with Internal Fire. For my fathers, y'all, you are the real MVP. Go check out my guy Jody Cedric, the host of Father's Fire. For my champions, for my people that need to be the champion of not only their day, but their entire life, man, you'll gotta check out my man Neil Legend over at Champion Fire. For my students, doesn't matter if we're talking elementary, middle school, high school, college, my graduate students, all of you, for everything student empowerment, student leadership, and student productivity, tune in to StudentFyre with me, your host, Bobby Bird. We are SpeakFyre, live every Monday morning, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You gonna wake up with us? Let's get it.
I am excited to bring you my new book, Trendsetter, 7 Steps to Radically Stand Out to Be the Best You. This book details my journey of coming to the United States and being excited to embrace the American culture. But unfortunately, my culture was not accepted, and I found myself being bullied as a young girl. And in this process, I decided that I wanted to disconnect from my culture to be more accepted into American culture. And through that process, I got so depressed from trying to fit in that I attempted suicide my freshman year in high school. So this book talks about the journey of what I did to become radically transformed, to be the strong woman I am today. This book is something that's really going to enable the reader to understand and embrace who they are, embrace what makes them special, and become radically transformed. Get your copy today at becomingatrendsetter.com. Again, that is becomingatrendsetter.com, or check it out at my website at aishathomas.org.